Hi, my name's Janelle and I'm one of the instructors for the National Kids Gym. And my specialty is hoops. And this tutorial is gonna go over some ways you can get your kids to waist hoop and some things you'll wanna keep in mind as you're showing them how to do that. The first thing you'll need is a hoop that's large enough to waist hoop. What I mean by that is the bigger the hoop, the easier it is to waist hoop with. Ideally, you'll want a hoop that from the ground should come up to about your belly button. And it should have a little bit of weight to it, not a lot. Once you've got your hoop, let's talk about our setup. The hoop should be flat, parallel to the ground before you toss it, and should be hanging out on your lower back. Once you toss your hoop, you can keep it going around your waist two different ways. The first way is by rocking from side to side. So I'm shifting the weight from one foot to the other foot, and they're right across from each other. That looks like this. Notice I'm not going anywhere else besides side to side. Hooping around the waist is actually a linear or straight motion, which might surprise you. The other way is by rocking front to back. So shifting my feet, having one foot out in front of the other foot. I'm gonna do the same thing, toss my hoop the same way, but this time I'm shifting the weight from my feet from the front of my body to the back of my body. Some other things to keep in mind while you're waist hooping with your child. Make sure that they're looking up. When we look down, it forces the hoop to go down. So having a nice gaze is really important. Also, having our backs straight. So shoulders back, spine up. When we slouch, it causes the hoop to go down. Once your child has gotten comfortable waist hooping in a stationary position, challenge them to walk with the hoop. Forwards, backwards, side to side, and especially turning with the hoop in the direction that it's spinning, like this. Now, we don't want to spin against the hoop. That looks like this, and will cause the hoop to fall. As your child is waist hooping, and they're inevitably going to be losing control of the hoop, and it will fall, some ways they can practice catching it is by bending their knees, picking up the pace of the rhythm they're going in, and then using their hips to catch the hoop and bring it back up to their waist. Those are all some things you can do waist hooping in your dominant direction, or the direction your child will naturally toss the hoop around their waist. You'll want to challenge them to toss the hoop in the other direction, or our non-dominant side, or our goofy side. This is gonna feel really weird for them, but this helps to build coordination and motor skills. And when your child starts to get comfortable waist hooping like this on their non-dominant side, challenge them to do all of the other things they could do on their dominant side. Turning with the hoop, walking around with the hoop, and catching the hoop when it starts to fall. I hope you found this tutorial helpful as your child learns to waist hoop around their body. Now, this tutorial just went over waist hooping, but there are, in fact, a million different ways to hoop. From our arms, to our feet, to our neck, to our legs. It's really an infinite amount of options. And to give your child an idea of what hooping can look like beyond just hooping around our waist, the last few minutes of this video are going to be a little performance I put together for you and your child to watch. I hope you enjoy it.